Hello.
Hello, hello. This episode is 4 weeks in the making.
At least 4 weeks in the making. Probably four, yeah.
I don't even know what day Fire and Ash came
The
out.
19th.
So almost a month in the making because I could not get Becca. Becca insisted that I watch Way of Water so
Here
that
we
I watch Fire and Ash because she's like, we gotta talk about Fire and Ash when it comes out. And then I did those things. And then she was like, well, I actually don't really want to watch Fire
Here
and
were my
Ash.
thoughts. I was thinking we were going through the movies of 2025 and I was like, this is a very big release, especially for 2025, so we have to cover it. And then I realized I did not enjoy the last one and I don't think I want to watch this one. And then I was like, it's also a very long movie. I wanted to watch it in one chunk. Hard to carve out 3 hours of my just a chunk. I did watch it. It did take me several weeks. I apologize for that, both to the audience and to Hannah.
Mm.
But we shall begin.
That's okay. I'm the only one who's going to be listening to this,
Yeah,
so
that to the Hannah is now Hannah, and the audience is later Hannah.
yeah. Um. So we're talking about Avatar. Here's what I'll say. Oh, actually, pause on the whole Avatar talk because there are two little tidbits of information I need to speak with you about.
Oh, okay.
One, I kind of already told you, but I'm gonna tell it again on the pod because it's crazy. The man, the myth, the legend, Derek Klena. We're aware. We're aware.
I'm aware.
He is taking a step back from Broadway and he is joining the Savannah Bananas. Is it softball? Softball team?
Is there a guy? Do guys do softball?
I think so.
It would make sense if it was softball, just like for vibes.
Baseball. I think it's baseball. Baseball team. I don't know why I thought it was softball. Because they're yellow. Softballs are yellow. That's probably where my brain went. But
Softballs? I thought they were the same.
no, I think softballs are yellow.
What?
They're bigger.
Okay, our sister played softball for 2 years.
Who?
Sophia. I dropped her off for 2 years. She played softball
When was
in the
this?
summer.
Oh.
I did not play softball, but I'm under the impression it's just baseball with like slightly different rules.
Yeah. But the balls are different.
But they're
They're
not bright
bigger and
yellow.
softer. Well, the only softballs I've seen are bright yellow. Softball. Look at that yellow.
That one is a bright yellow ball. That's weird.
Big yellow ball. Yeah, look at that.
Okay, then maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention, dropping off and picking up all these softball players.
Anyway, Derek Klena, he's going to the Savannah Bananas. I don't know how long this contract is for. And, like, also I don't know why entirely.
Why are you doing this?
It's just such an odd thing for me. When they first announced it, I thought it was Derek Klena is joining the Savannah Bananas for a couple shows while they're in New York or whatever. I was so confused, like when he was like, "No, like this is that like I'm a full on Savannah Banana now," and I was like,
How much do they make?
"No idea. I have no idea." But
Was he on a show?
Derek,
Yeah.
no, he's not. He wasn't. He's not currently on a show.
Mm.
Um, but like he's done TV work and he's done things other than Broadway as well that like are natural paths in my mind for people on Broadway to go to, like a TV role or other performing roles, whatever. Um,
Savannah Bananas is not on that list.
no, but and I get he's like an athletic guy. He played baseball in college or something, and I think he's from what I've heard he's like good at baseball. It just seems such an odd turn for me.
Well, okay, let's take this from the perspective of a Savannah Banana player.
Yeah.
Where do they come from? Do they come from the Broadway world turned baseball, or are they baseball world turned Broadway?
I think it's baseball turned Broadway. I'm not an expert on the Savannah Bananas, but what from my understanding was it's just a baseball team that like sometimes sings and dances. And to my understanding, like this isn't like an entire singing dancing league. Like, are the people they playing just watching this happen? And then they are like, okay, let's play ball? Or,
Do do the songs they play, are they from things, or is it like
yeah.
an oh no, we missed that shot song?
No, it's like from things. Well, again, I've just seen their Instagram and stuff, and they're always lip syncing to a song, like regular music. Sometimes they do Broadway songs
I
or like
think
things
it
from
I think it
movies.
would be crazy if they had like a portfolio of songs to pick from, and then based on what was happening in the game, they chose different songs.
Yeah, I don't
That's crazy.
understand what's happening. I am praying that this is just like a small little contract thing and he comes to Broadway because Derek Klena is the man. He is the person who got me to go to New York for the very first time. And like,
And now he's gonna be the person to get you to go to a Savannah Bananas show.
no, that's the thing. I'm not going to a Savannah Bananas show to see Derek Klena sing and dance for like a couple songs and then have to watch a baseball game in between those. He's not getting me to
Forced to
baseball.
watch a baseball game in the middle of my Broadway
He
performance.
is not getting me to baseball, but he got me to New York. He just like he is so incredibly talented in that field, not only the singing but like the whole acting bit of it. That just seems like I'm sure he's probably wanted to do this forever, but it just seems like such an odd thing like to go to do. And to like tour around with the Savannah Bennett, I don't know, it just seems odd to
Having
me.
never heard of the Savannah Bananas before I was introduced to this bit of news, uh, every single thing that anyone has showed me about the Savannah Bananas, they mention how they are sold out at every game. And I feel like that's not something, even a Broadway show that sells out every single time. Like I feel like they don't include that, but like the Savannah Bananas, like I don't know if it's because people are like, do people really go see this? Or like it sold out every single time, sells out within minutes thing, and I'm like, this is like odd. This is
Yeah,
unusual.
I hate to say it, but he seems better than the Savannah Bananas.
Okay, now I'm interested. How much do they make? Do they make okay? Because Broadway, you make more if you're a lead, right?
Hmm.
Baseball, do you make more if you're like regular baseball? Do you make more if you're a pitcher than if you're just normal average
I have
Joe?
no idea. Probably.
Savannah
But like
Bananas
Savannah Bananas is not, is it MBA? Is that the baseball league name? MBA?
League.
Major Baseball Association? MBL? Major Baseball League? I don't even know. I don't know
They're
anything about
okay.
baseball.
They're a team that heads its own league called the Banana Ball Championship League.
So they're not even real.
So they have unique rules. Like so the people that they play also do tricks and
But
stuff.
you've never heard of any of the other
That's
teams.
because they started the league.
You've only heard of the Savannah Bananas. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And it's
When
really what it is I'm sad.
when they were originally founded in 2016, they were in a regular baseball league, and they were the only guys singing. But now they're in their
Exactly.
own league, and other people sing.
Weird. I'm just sad that he won't I know he won't be in New York doing his thing. But I digress. Let's move on to happier news. Also musical related. The live action Tangled has officially found its Rapunzel and its Flynn Rider. And ladies and gentlemen, 2026 could not start off on a better note. Honestly, I would have I would have done unspeakable things if they did not cast who they casted as Flynn Rider. Honestly, Rapunzel is fine. Don't know who she is. Not important. Not talking here to talk about
What
her.
is her name?
Like Tegan something or whatever.
I'm gonna Google it.
I'm not here for her. I don't care. She looks great. She looks the part. The only thing I cared about for um Rapunzel was that they did not cast Sabrina Carpenter. Thank goodness. I would have been livid if they cast Sabrina as Rapunzel. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. Ladies and gentlemen, they have officially cast Mr. Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider.
Mile Manheim.
You get it, you guys. Okay, I am so thrilled with this casting. There's literally nobody else that could have done a better job. It is the perfect casting. He looks the part. He can act the part. Like, he can sing, he can dance, he can do all the things. Not that Flynn really dances in the movie, but like, oh my gosh, you guys. This is the perfect casting, and I would have been so sad if they did not cast him. It makes me want to see the movie even more. Tangled is probably the majority. Like, so many people love Tangled so much, and it's like, especially that lantern scene like changed people in ways that like I can't even describe to you. Tangled is so loved, and it is such a good movie. And like, do they need to be making live actions of everything?
No.
No. But if you're gonna make a live action Tangled, cast Milo Manheim. Yes, absolutely. I'm sat. I'm sat for this movie. I am so excited. I am so ready. Now, they've done the perfect casting. Oh, and also, as of today, I'm pretty sure Catherine Hahn has been cast as Mother Gothel. I think that's also brilliant casting. Love that. Love that casting. She is gonna do a great job as well. Um, Becca's trying to figure out who I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I've pictures. Yes.
Yes. She looks great for it. She can sing and act the part as well, I believe. But oh my gosh, I am like, do they need to be making live action? No. If you're gonna make a live action, cast Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider, and you will fill the seats. You will fill those seats. Let me tell you one thing.
When is it set to come out?
2027, 2028, maybe. I don't know. They don't have an official release date because they just cast the people. But oh my gosh, you guys. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm not sure um what direction we're gonna go with Max, the horse. Will it be just a legit horse that's gonna be like less um animated, like involved? You know what I'm saying? Like he's very like,
He's very animated in
yeah,
the
he's
movie.
basically like a human character, like emotions and actions and stuff, but as a horse. But I was like, oh, live action, you could just get a real horse, but he kind of does some things that need to be done.
They are known for making live action movies filled with CGI characters.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they're gonna go more CGI with it. If not, they're gonna have to change the story a little bit because Max does some things on his own.
Here's my prediction. I think that Max will be a regular horse, maybe with a little personality. They're gonna get a secondary comic relief
What
character.
about Pascal? He's got to be CGI,
Yeah,
mostly CGI, all
I
CGI.
think Pascal 100% CGI.
Mm.
Max will be mostly a real horse, a little bit of CGI. But I think that they're gonna his fighting with Flynn Rider. I think that will be replaced by something else.
Mm.
And then people are going to be upset about it, but I think it will be fine. I think it will be okay.
Yeah, so I do feel like they do have some hurdles to cross with, Pascal, Max, all of that stuff. But I am excited for this movie. If they didn't cast Milo, there would have been riots in the street, let me tell you something.
In the street.
Okay. Those were the news. We can move back to Avatar. Um, Here's what I'll say about Avatar. I had not seen Way of Water. I didn't see it when it came out. I haven't seen it. When did it come out?
Last 2 years ago.
2 years ago. I hadn't seen it. And Becca said, you need to watch Way of Water so that we could talk about Fire and Ash. So I did. I watched Way of Water right before I watched Fire and Ash. And I do think that was the right move because, as I have come to find out, James Cameron wrote Way of Water and Fire and Ash as one big story.
Which is interesting because it feels like 6 different movies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, continue. Continue.
Because, well, he wrote it as one big story and then he said, this is way too much, we need to cut it. So then it became Way of Water and Fire and Ash. And that rings true to what I think a lot of the criticisms about these movies is that it's the same story. Like they just did the same movie twice for Fire and Ash as Way of Water, which I'm kind of agreeing with because it kind of was one story. Like Fire and Ash feels like a part two, or like the big second act to Way of Water.
I'll agree with that.
Like the final battle is the same, kind of. But you're saying it felt like
Here, okay, let me
six
rephrase.
different
Let me
movies.
rephrase. Okay, so before I watched it, Sarah watched it and she came back and she's like, I felt like this was like three different movies. Like every hour that passed, I thought it was gonna be over. In that sense, I do think it's like this, where they do kind of like you know how like TV shows they're little things and they're like, oh, action, reaction, action, like action ends, but there's this big overarching thing. The big overarching thing was the movie, but there were a lot of little complete plots that I thought I was like, this is weird that they're putting all these together for such a long movie, but they're cutting them up for such like 5 movie sequence. I think it's fine that they left them all together. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll talk about Way of Water before we get into Fire of Ash because it was my first time seeing it. So I really just have a couple little bullet points for this. Um, it felt like they had 3 hours of cool water stuff they wanted to show, but then at max, like probably like hour and a half, at max, 2 hours of plot. So this movie definitely could have been shorter.
The first time I watched it, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, there's a good 45 minutes of plot in here
Mm-hmm.
and some cool water things.
Yeah. Don't know how I feel about them bringing back the exact same villain, Quaritch. I hate it when they kill a character off and then just immediately bring them back. Um, I don't, I'll get into more of that in Fire and Ash. And then, lastly, I'm glad they killed one of the Solies, put some stake into the movie. That's all I really had to say about Way of Water. Um, I thought the water stuff was cool. I like the water stuff. Um, yeah, same villain. It's literally after I watch Fire and Ash, I go, okay, so every Avatar movie is literally just Soli and Quaritch going at it once again. And after I watched Way of Water, I was like, okay. Then I watched Fire Ash, and I said, you know what, they could do this all again, I probably watch. So I don't know. I that being said, we'll get into Fire and Ash for real now. While we're talking about Quaritch, um, he's not my favorite character in the world. Um, I don't think if they were doing another one, I don't know if Quaritch would be the villain in Avatar 4 because one, the actor is getting older. And but I don't know, like I don't know. That would be a when are they making Avatar 4, all that stuff. But anyway, and also a lot of the criticisms for this movie were I felt like a lot of them surrounded about or involved Quaritch in a way. Um, I guess. Sorry, do we need a recap from Becca?
This is will be probably one of my worst recaps. Having watched the movie very recently,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll just go into it. Okay, it begins right at the beginning of right at the end of A Way of Water, which I remember the climax. I don't remember the very, very end. It's something else. Because
Of Way
I
of Water.
remember them not staying with the water people at the end, where the climax happens, all this stuff happens. Oh no, he's dead. All this, whatever. Oh, we have to leave, and they like pack their bags and go. It doesn't happen. They made that up. They stay there. They're still with the same water people. Um, they're chilling at the beginning of Fire and Ash. They are talking about, oh, wow, my son is dead. The mom is like all tragic about it, and the dad is like, shut up about it. The brother is like, oh my goodness, I killed my brother. I'm so sad about these things. He's got a girlfriend in the water tribe. She's got some friends. His whale has been exiled for helping them. Um, skip ahead. There are some fire people. They come to attack. Okay. Oh no, I'm getting behind myself. Spider is with them. He still has that mask. Mask is causing problems. Jake is like forget this. We're sending you off to go. Okay, this is where I am confused. I was under the assumption that both the good humans and the jungle people were all dead. That's why they don't hang out with them anymore because they're with the water people. This
Mm,
is not true because they're in this movie. So they're
they left because Quaritch was hunting him, and he didn't want
okay,
them to lead him to the tree people.
okay. They're like, okay, we're gonna send Spider. We're gonna go give him to this guy who's gonna go give him to those guys. He'll be safe. His family is upset about it, rightfully so. And so Jake is like, whatever, we'll all go. It'll be a fun family trip. Um, first mistake. And they all go, and he's going with like these pirates to go through, right? And he's like, "Don't worry, let us all come with, and I'll protect you in case you get like attacked." They do get attacked. He does fail to protect them. Spider loses his mask, gets his mask. They're separated. His brother is on his own. Parents are on their own. Uh, she gets shot in the chest from the fire lady. All these things. Skip ahead a few. Spider is dying because he lost his mask is running out and he doesn't have a new mask and they can't go back. It's too far away. Whatever. Pauses his mask. The sister, whose name I don't remember, the oldest sister,
Kiri.
Kiri, is like,
I thought they were saying Kitty for the longest time.
you're
Kiri.
you're wrong. Yeah. Um, is like, whatever. Awa will help me. Awa did not help. To her, she thinks like Awa didn't help me. I'm doing this myself. Takes off his mask. All these little guys grow up from the floor, go into him, save him. They now can turn the air into air that he can breathe. It's all good. Now he can breathe without a mask. So, which is sweet for everyone involved. However, this is not sweet for Jake because if the bad humans find out that he can breathe air, they're gonna take him, reverse engineer. Now we'll have a repeat of the very first movie. Um, so he's like, "This is shoot, we can't have this happen. This is crazy." Other things happen in between this. Uh, what's the bad guy's name?
Quaritch.
Quaritch. Quaritch is like, I'm still hunting Jake Sully, which for why? I don't understand.
He just wants revenge, I think, which is like kind of dumb.
Yeah, especially because then they become bros enough that he doesn't care about that.
Yeah, it's just
And
continue on, and I have
I don't
things to
really
say about this.
understand. Especially, yeah, okay, whatever. Quaritch is like, we found him, killed him. We can't kill them? Oh no, because we're not good enough. Let's go with the fire people. Hey, fire people, you wanna be my bros? We'll give you guns. Fire people's like, sweet, we love guns. We're bros now. Um, so they attack. They're trying to kill all these people. They capture, I'm skipping ahead. They capture Spider. Skipping way ahead. Capture Spider. We're gonna reverse engineer. Oh my goodness, he's got all these plants inside him. We don't know how to do this. But we will know how to do this if we keep him around a little longer. Spider escapes because no one was watching him, which is weird because that's like their most crucial asset at this point, and not a single person was watching him. He escapes. At the same time, they've captured Jake Sully. He's just in this big cage. Everybody, there's a weird amount of celebration for this for what he's supposed to be. Anyway, we'll get to that later. The wife is coming to save Jake. There's this random scientist who also saves Jake. The siblings all come. Why are they there? I don't know. Forget. Are they
What are you
there?
talking about?
Maybe they're not there. I don't think they are. Okay. Jake escapes. Spider escapes. Um, maybe that's the end of that part. I think so. They all regroup. They're gonna kill Spider. Let's not kill Spider. Okay, fine. We won't kill Spider. Um, then we go back to the whales. Whales are being hunted. We're not supposed to kill nobody because we're whales. the one whale that did kill somebody, and the first he comes back and he's like, "Yo, you sent me to go not live with other people. The other people are all dead because they did not fight back. Literally, there's only one left. He fought back and he's nearly dead. So you guys should fight." And Jake is like, "Yes, I love fighting. Let's fight the humans because they're gonna come fight us, and we need to get rid of that and the fire people as well." They convinced the whale people, um, the water people as well. Big final battle. I'm skipping a lot here. The older sister, she's like magical. Um, 'Cause you know how Anakin's dad is the Force? Same deal. Um,
Her dad was the Earth.
yeah. Um, Skipping ahead. He Let's join forces with the whale people. Let's fight them. Big battle. We fight the bad guys. Jumping around. Oh my gosh, it's Jake, Spider, and I keep wanting to say Gutierrez. This is not his name. Quaritch.
Porridge.
They're all on the floating rock. He's like, "No, don't kill Spider," and and Jake is like, "No, don't kill Spider," and Spider falls. Oh, but he saves him. Bad guy saves him. Jake saves bad guy. They're all happy. They're like, "This is kind of weird." So do you want to like join us or are you gonna die? And he does a backflip off the rock and kills himself. Um,
Who?
Quaritch.
Oh, okay.
Quaritch?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Quaritch. Um, so he's dead.
Is he though? We didn't see him die, so he could come back.
Yeah. I don't need him to come back. I
We didn't
don't.
see him die, and we didn't see Garang die. She's the Ash lady.
Ashe Lady also in the battle. Dies question mark. Um, is that the end? There's too much that happens in this and not enough that happens. Yeah, I think that's the
You're
end.
done?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're jumping. This is a direct continuation of Way of Water. Like you start exactly where Way of Water ended up. And I want to talk about the relationship dynamics between the characters in this movie. The big one for me that I started to talk about earlier was Quaritch and his relationship with Spider drives me insane because he's like, I'm not really Quaritch. I don't care about you. You're not my real son because I'm not really Quaritch. So, like, I don't care about you, whatever. And then he immediately flips around. He's like, well, actually, like, you are my son because I'm Quaritch. I'm your dad. And we're like, wait a second. And then he'll flip again and be like, well, you're not my flesh and blood. So, like, make it make sense. Like, it doesn't, it's so annoying because either okay, there's not really a lot of characters that are like wishy-washy like that I actually like. It's just annoying because you like a character if they're like fully evil or you like a character if they're like good. Like yes, they can have some nuance and not everything is black and white, but that clear flip-flop back and forth is just annoying and it's like bad writing in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll agree with that because at the end when he saves Spider, it's supposed to be like, oh no, he does actually like Spider, like the whole time he likes Spider, but it's not the whole time he likes Spider. He was flip-flopping. Like,
Yeah. Like the this for example, what I'm saying is like he's just clear flip-flopping like they didn't know what to do. They didn't have another character or something to like make this situation work, so they just had Quaritch like do everything and nothing at the same time. When Jake tries to kill Spider, he that's not like a wish-washy thing. That's a he's trying to be a good person and this is like doing a bad thing so that he can have a better outcome for him and his family. Like that's how you do that those nuanced situations where it's like he cares about Spider, but he's still trying to kill him. Whereas Corch is like, yes, no, yes, no. Like, does that make sense?
yeah.
It doesn't the Corch and Spider relationship is just bad. And I don't care really about a lot of things have been said about Spider's acting and his
Okay,
character in general.
pause real quick. I love the character of Spider, but every single line of dialogue that he had was the worst. Everything he said, I was like, why did you pick to say that? Who picked for him to say that? I don't under-
I think a problem
If he
was
was silent, it would be great.
he's the actor's 21, I believe, but the character Spider is supposed to be a lot younger than that. So he's supposed to be acting like a child, and he had to like re-record basically everything. Um and he had like I feel like he had a lot of challenges in this role. So I feel like the way he was fine. If I think the character is fine, the way he played it is fine. If you're going to criticize something, it would have been the writing and how
I,
the writing plays into the scene and interacting with the other characters. But I'm not here to dog on the actor and how he portrayed it.
I'm saying the dialogue is the
Yeah,
writing,
yeah, yeah.
the words that were picked.
There are some things where it's like lines that feels like a 7-year-old would say, and Spider is the one saying him, so it doesn't really translate. And I don't know how old Spider is supposed to be. So I agree on that front. But anyway, the whole Spider and Corage situation, like relationship, is just doesn't make sense and is not good. Another relationship is Jake's relationship to his family because he does treat his family like a military organization or whatever. What military was he in?
He find the in quote the war in Venezuela. So
Okay. He treats his like what it like Neytiri says a line. She's like, "This is a family, not a uh
he
I don't know."
he has a line that's like that when he's talking to his family, and they're all like, and he's like, no, this isn't. This is a family, not a democracy. He's like,
No, I'm
you
not
don't
talking
get to
about that.
say,
I'm
but
not
you're
talking
talking
about
about a different line.
yeah, cuz he treats his children like they're in a military and he's their general or whatever.
I think
Which
that fits with his character.
it fits with his character, but it is a very odd relationship that like people don't relate to. So it's kind of hard to relate to him as like their dad and whatever. Um, that does create situations where you see the kids like struggling to interact with their dad, and um and then it creates an odd relationship because Neytiri is like the mom figure, but like she's like fully which it creates some interesting dynamics that were fun to be seen explored. Um, I just it just made me feel like I would hate to have him as a father.
I I agree with everything you say. I thought it was really good dynamics for the characters, though.
Yeah, it totally makes sense for his character. I agree on that. That being said, this is the first time that I get the Jake Sully hype.
What do you mean? What
Um,
do you mean?
the internet knows what I mean.
What is dreads like this?
No, not the dreads really, but just like the whole vibe. Like sometimes he did some things in the movie, and I was like,
That's crazy.
Okay, Jake Sully. I have seen my very first Jake Sully edit, and that's all I'll say. um, and may I just say that slow mo scene with Jake and Natiri? They're like, okay, let's go get him, and they're slow mo. They're like, you got to rewatch it. You'll know what I'm talking about. That scene, Chef's kiss, delicious. Moving right along, like I get it. All the guys, okay, I'll just say Jake Sully, whatever. He's not like my favorite character in the whole world. All the guys are thirsting over Varang. Varang was sure, she's hot, whatever. But like, I didn't. I felt like Varang was a super interesting character that I wish was actually important in this movie. She's not really important. The Ashe people really do not actually matter in this movie, like at all.
I
Considering it's called Fire and Ash.
I was gonna bring that up.
Like I thought they were going to be more of a problem.
When initially they get okay, they're first in the movie just as like scavengers kind of thing. Like we're gonna take down this pirate ship, we're gonna steal their stuff, ruin their things. That's totally fine. Because of their character or whatever, that's fine. When they're brought in then by Forage, I feel like this makes no sense. They
Yeah.
have their own firepower. He has access to already better and more like firepower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then he gives them guns, and now they're good enough, I guess. But I just did not like.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be more of a problem, and it sucks because Varang is such a interesting character because they they kind of touch on it, but I wish they would have gone way more into it with Awa being this spiritual, like the faith within the Avatar world, and how like it's this all like Mother Nature, faith, godly figure to them, but like Varang like does not believe in Awa anymore and like does not care, and that's how they created this separate, and like her mom was like, I don't know if it's like queen, but we're gonna say queen to make it make sense, in like her tribe or whatever, of like they use the medicinal medicine, and so like she was in training to become the new queen of this tribe or whatever. But then she takes that her knowledge of the medicinal medicine and then changes it into like using it for like poison and that kind of stuff. That's way more interesting than any of the other stuff that the Ash people did. Like her like, oh, I wish they would have just taken Varang's character and just
Made her important.
made her important. Like she doesn't actually matter in this movie because she immediately becomes they want the guns, which side note, I don't know how I feel about the Navi using guns because the whole point is supposed to be that they're like super good at everything and like can take down people. Like Neytiri, her bow and arrow use skills incredible. Give those kind of skills to everybody. Why are we all using guns? The Navi are supposed to be like incredible. They don't need guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, so they take Varang, this really super interesting character, and they're like, oh, the Ash people want guns for some reason, even though they should be able to take down people, no problem. Um, they want these guns. So then I feel like they kind of immediately shrink her character into like just following Quaritch around. And then Quaritch is still like the big bad, when really like Varang is so much cooler and such a more
When he goes and asks for her to like join, she's so powerful in that position where like they're establishing her character as this powerful like lady, right? And then immediately after that, she follows everything he does, and then like they like threaten her and all these things, and like, but it's useless. Like if you killed her immediately after that, if you killed her, it would do nothing for the story.
mhm. Like it just I wish the fire people, the ash people were like actually a thing because like then they like they kind of like recruit these ash people to come like fight for them or whatever, and like you kind of don't see them ever again. You're only really seeing Varang, but she's just following around Quaritch the whole time. And when they like get to the ship where they're keeping Jake hostage and all this stuff, she like, granted she has not been in this situation before, but like she should be like, yeah, what's up, like i'm I'm a big deal, when she's kind of just like Quaritch's side character now. It just felt odd to me. Like there could have been a lot there that wasn't, and I feel like there was some good stuff between Harang and Neytiri, but like that could have also been a whole other thing that wasn't. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, yeah. Um, when yeah, so they have that was all that stuff. Back to the I don't know how to pronounce it. The Tonkun, the whales.
The
The
whales.
whales. I liked the involvement of the whales. I feel like there's a good storyline there. Like it did feel like you could have pushed all of that into Way of Water and then made this one more Fire and Ash, because the big final battle was the whales again. Um, and a lot of people, the scene where they go to convince the whales to like fight with them and do the stuff, I thought was a really good scene. I enjoyed that scene. Do you know what scene I'm talking about?
Yeah, whatever. I like council or
Yeah,
whatever.
I enjoyed that scene. I thought that was a
Thumbs
good
up.
scene.
Becca of approval.
People have said otherwise, but that was probably my second favorite scene in the movie.
What was your first favorite
The
scene?
slow mo Neytiri
Oh,
and Jake scene. Okay, everybody knows what I'm talking about. And is the scene where it's like you're visually, you are like the first person shooter? I can't remember if that's in this one or Way of Water. That was a good scene too.
I don't remember that.
You don't, that was, it's like in the middle of a fight scene and then it goes in, it's like you're the first person shooter.
It must have been
It
in
was
Way of
very
Water.
short. It was a short little thing. But anyway. Um, this is a little question. I thought the whole tail on tail action was like sex. So how is Varang like torturing people with the tail on tail action? That part was confusing to me. Just a little side note thing, whatever. Um
I don't know.
again, so Kiri is born from nothing?
The Force.
Force was her dad?
Okay, this is supposed to be like a secret and stuff, but when what's her face was pregnant before, nobody was asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yeah. Um that's kind of like most of what I've got. Like, I don't know. This movie was, I feel like, okay, I have not watched the original Avatar in a very long time, but I feel like Way of Water and Fire and Ash were on the same level for me. Like they were the same because they're basically the same story. So,
I did like the ending, the action bits at the very end of Way of Water better.
mm.
I feel like there was more at stake, so it was like cooler. Um,
Something that I did like at the end of this one was, I don't know the name of it, but like the orange dragon thing that he gets in the very first one. I was like, yes, bring this guy back. He's just been chilling, waiting for Jake to come get him.
yeah, they kept him in a cave.
I like that they bring that back, and he totally just pairs everybody up. I did like that. So stuff like that. That's like more the kind of thing I would expect to see from like sequels of like bringing back in things from the first one. But also, if you do that too much, it turns bad. But what did you rate this? Did you rate this?
I rated it. It's probably a 6 or 7. It's probably a 7.
Hmm.
Because here's my thoughts. Was this movie good? Yes. Was every part of the movie good? Sure. Was it every part of the movie excellent? Whatever. Would I watch this movie again? Sure. Would I pick out of a million other movies to watch this movie? No. There was no part of it that was bad or bad enough that it would like make this reasonable. But like I didn't like it as much. Like it's not. There's no pull on me, right? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
Avatar's not your thing.
Yeah. The first one I really liked, but not because it was any different than the other two, just because it was unique as a movie, and these two are unique in that same similar way. So they are all pretty much equal to me.
I rated this an 8, which I think I also rated the other two an 8.
I think mine are all rated 7s.
So that's what I got on Fire and Ash. I would watch a fourth one if they make a fourth one. James Cameron said he's only going to make a fourth one if this one does well.
I thought they were greenlit for 4 and 5.
Well, I don't think they're greenlit for him, but four has done or three has done well, so I expect there to be a fourth. And I hope to see a different storyline,
I
a
will
different villain for sure.
I will say though, the best thing about any Avatar movie, any Avatar anything, is the ride in Disney World, way of Navi, what
Flight
passage?
of Passage.
No, the boat one.
The boat one is your favorite?
Freaking love the boat one.
Oh, interesting.
What is that one called?
I don't even remember.
Navi River.
Yeah, something like that.
I just love the song.
You like that one better than Flight of Passage?
Flight of Passage is really good. They're both top tier rides.
Yeah.
Um, but I think I like the boat one more. I think it just had like it
Mm.
stuck with me more. Yeah,
Yes.
the song. We'd be singing the song for weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It's a good one.
If
Yeah.
that's Take notes, Tokyo Disneyland. That is a 10-minute long ride.
Mm.
It is excellent.
Pissed. Speaking of Tangled, pissed. The things I would say to those ride makers. Literally, we know you can do it. She's talking about Navi, whatever. Even so, if you didn't want to do that, right next door you have the Frozen ride. Incredible. Do that with Tangled. What is this minute and a half long boat ride where only basically it's just the lantern thing. Don't even get me started actually on this. Don't even get me started on the Tangled ride in Tokyo. You think they'll make one here? Um,
It's really popular.
I saw something the other day, could be fake news, but that Disney has applied for a permit to make a third park,
Where?
like a third land
Oh,
in Disney.
in Disneyland?
Like in Disney California Adventure, there'd be a third one.
Where? Where's the land?
I don't
Where?
know. I just read that. Could have read it wrong. Could have understood it wrong.
There's no space for that. That's okay. That's interesting. Disneyland lore. We've got stuff here.
They definitely have land they could expand upon.
Disneyland originally was there because there was nothing there. Then they put Disneyland there. Now there's stuff surrounding it. There's no space for them to go out very much more. Disney World, same thing. Swamp, get rid of the swamp, put in Disneyland. There's so much space. They make the park huge. There's not. I mean, now it is, but there wasn't things immediately put around it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's tons of space
I
there.
think there's space beyond like Galaxy's Edge.
Where that big wall is,
No.
there's like a rocky wall. Is that what I'm
Oh,
thinking of?
yeah, behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's land beyond that.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
but
I
anyway,
don't keep up with the acquisitions of Disney.
yeah, I guess we'll see. We're going to Disney soon, so you'll probably hear about that
Yeah,
later.
this will be
Soonish.
my second Disney land trip.
I'm so excited. Okay. Fire and Ash. I'd probably watch the original Avatar before I'd watch this one again, but I would watch again.
Okay, I'll agree.
Okay, toodles.
Toodles.